Let's hear from the other Makali. There are two Makalis, one from the east and one from the west. So this is now Makali from the west.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for that opportunity to allow me also, Makali from the west, to contribute to this bill. At the outset, Honorable Speaker, I support this particular bill. As has been pointed out by agriculture is the backbone of our economy. It contributes almost 20% of our gross domestic product. 40% of Kenyans are actually employed in the agriculture sector. But as has been pointed out by the mover, Honorable Speaker, this is an area which has lacked a legal framework. Many of our universities, colleges, and tertiary institutions are producing many graduates in this particular sector. But we do not have a proper legal framework that is supposed to govern this particular sector. The engineers have a professional body. The lawyers have a professional body. The doctors have a professional body. We need to be able to regulate this particular sector so that we save our farmers and our citizens from quacks. Honorable Speaker, there are benefits of creating this particular organization. One, Honorable Speaker, is that we will protect our farmers from unqualified persons. Right now, as we speak, Honorable Speaker, anybody in the village can advise up our farmers. Anybody can go to an agrovet and try to buy a drug there without the benefit of getting the expert advice. So the first benefit we'll get by enacting this particular law will be to protect our farmers from unqualified advisors. Two, we are also going to create jobs and career paths for our graduates. Having a disciplinary body that will be able to take cases of malfeasance and misfeasance, will be able to create accountability in this particular area. Because I believe a regulated profession is a responsible profession. Equally, we are not just trying to invent the wheel, Honorable Speaker. International best practices. In looking up at this particular bill, I have had to look at what is happening in South Africa, what is happening in Ghana, what is happening in India. All these particular jurisdictions have agricultural professional bodies that actually guide and advise the respective citizens of those particular countries. But on the flip side, after having looked up at this act, at this bill, there are three critical issues we need to look into, Honorable Speaker. One is our Vision 2030 and our youth. It's going to create a licensing mechanism. Most of our youth, Honorable Speaker, when they leave college, they have no jobs. They don't have a source of income. It's going to create a licensing mechanism. How I wish that when we come to look at the licensing mechanism, we do not put their fees that is beyond their reach. Because I look at some of our colleagues, even in the legal profession, some of them fail to get license for a whole practicing year. They don't get a license because of the fees. When we look into the issue of licensing, I think we have to ensure that it's affordable to our youth who are coming up from our universities and colleges. Equally, it seeks to create a council. When you look at Schedule 4 of the Constitution, agriculture is basically a devolved function. This bill in this raw form sought to create a national board. We need to be very careful because agriculture is a devolved function, and what the national government only seeks to do is to deal with matters of policy. So as we create that national council, we must ensure that The rubber touches the tarmac, that's in the counties, they are effectively represented up on this particular council. Then finally, Honorable Speaker, the bill is proposing that within a period of 6 months after enactment, all professionals need to be licensed. We need to be very, very careful there because 6 months, in my view, is licensed to be able to practice, to become an agriculture professional. What I will tend to think, Honorable Speaker, is that we need to have a structured approach, how we can be able to, for people to transit once the act becomes law. But we must be very careful that as we pass this bill, we do not now license professionals, then that cost is passed on to the farmer or the people to be advised. Because I know once we license professionals, that cost might end up being passed up to the farmers who are being advised. So we must really be very, very careful there about the cost of compliance in this. Otherwise, Honorable Speaker, I support this particular bill and state that the 13th Parliament should be able to go on record as having passed this bill, taking into account that it failed to go through the last Parliament. Honorable Speaker, I support.
Thank you. Honorable Dawood.